So SoFi's own company, Galileo Technologies, just received a Visa-ready certificate. This shows to other banks and fintechs that Galileo's procedures live up to Visa's very strict requirements. But obviously, for what you guys came here for, how does this benefit Galileo and therefore benefit SoFi and then SoFi Stock? Found directly on the Visa Partners website, they outlined why you would maybe want this. You can gain access to the Visa products and go-to-market expertise. You can also differentiate your solutions, establish trust with clients, and expand your business with the Visa-ready seal of approval. Which that in itself is very exciting considering that Visa is by far the biggest player in this space. They offer 12 different product verticals as well as 160 different payment solutions in 20 plus different countries, which that part in itself is very important for Galileo considering that we're trying to break into the Latin American side of the business, which is our top priority as a company right now. But there was also some other very cool advantages that I could find on the Visa Partners website. First off, saying that you can get access to specialized go-to-market documents for certified partners. Now, I couldn't find exactly what these documents would entail, and I mean, probably for good measure, right? I'm not a Visa partner. However, I assume that this is something that could help us understand more about the payment network sort of landscape, as well as other things like what customers are looking for these days and other initiatives that maybe Visa is working on. But like I said with the landscape, you have to understand how these payment networks work, okay? And it all starts with an enabler system. Now, there's 5 key roles that are played. You have the program managers, then the issuer processors, payment networks, load networks, and then the bank identification sponsors. Now, Galileo actually plays in a subsection of the issuer processor side of this business, okay? Or very specifically called a PCAASA, or Payments Card as a Service APIs. But now knowing where Galileo sort of fits into this process, it's so important to know the other benefits of getting a sort of certificate like this, because now we'll actually be able to be featured on Visa's actual B2B marketing campaigns. Or how about whenever they actually invite us to their Visa events where they connect fintechs that might be looking for other products that their certified Visa partners can actually offer. So if you are looking for, an issuer processor and want those sort of payment cards as a service API, that Galileo might be the person for that. But most importantly, what I think is actually the best, okay, is that we'll be listed on a very exclusive list of around 270 partners that are on Visa's certified partner directory list. So if you are actually searching for those products, you can find it on one very neat list that is searched by thousands of different companies that are looking for different products and services. Now, like I said, there are plenty of different Visa partners, around 270 of them on the directory. But once you actually start to filter down that list and actually search for what Galileo offers and who our competitors are, the list gets extremely small. And I mean very small, in fact. Once you actually start going down the list and looking for SaaS companies that actually offer payment cards as a service APIs, there is only 2 companies that offer this service. You have Galileo and CoreServe. Now, I'm going to dive into both of these companies on Visa's directory, and they actually break it down into 4 separate categories: solution information, testing and environment information, solution support, and additional solution information. So let's jump right into it. And as you can see, here's CoreServe, in which they're an actual payment card issuer, right? Same as Galileo. And here's the 4 different, sort of subsections, and we'll do the same for Galileo. So whenever we're actually looking at CoreServe, we can see one benefit to choosing them over Galileo as it stands today. So what we can see is Visa credential and card support. They offer, prepaid, debit, credit, consumer, small business, and commercial. Galileo, on the other hand, does not offer credit as it is today. Now, we are working on it, and that's been something that Anthony Noda has already spoken about because we had to get that bank license, but, that still might be, months down the line or something like this. Now, back to CoreServe, whenever we look at testing and environment information, we can see that the solution deployment is the SaaS, okay? And also the only other differentiation is the sandbox testing environment and uptime availability of 99.9%. Now, the sandbox testing environment, what I could see, web interface offering configurative transaction types that may be submitted to the client sandbox authorization system. I'm not going to pretend like I know what that means. And Galileo, keeps it very simple, CV environment. I don't even know what that means either. Our uptime, slightly higher. I don't know if that's going to mean anything in the long run. Also, we also have on-premises solution development, which could be something that people actually look for if they want to have more of a secure, environment for their payment card services APIs, right? Now, solution support is identical between both companies, okay? So there's nothing that we're going to find there. But whenever it comes to additional solution information, I'll switch over my camera. There is a couple things that I wanted to speak on. So first, whenever we look at both companies, we both see that the BIN sponsor connections are a yes, okay? Now that's the banking identification number sponsors, and yes, I mean, we do have a connection, but what should be written here is that yes, we are also the bank, right? So that's the only difference where I wish at Galileo had put a little bit of an asterisk saying that no, it's more than just having the connection. We are the bank and we can even get you a better rate if that's something that you guys might need to, make the difference between CoreServe and Galileo. And another funny stipulation here, especially on the CoreServe side, is the full service credit program management. They say no. However, on Galileo's side, we say yes, but it's secured credit only. So how can they offer credit card solutions but not offer a credit program management? That I actually don't understand, maybe a little bit more technical for my own sense, but that is a plus side for Galileo considering we do offer some sort of solution, however, not credit, but secured credit. It's a little bit funky there. The next part, and this is for CoreServe, what we can see is that they do actually have Visa value-added services integration. Now, SoFi does not, okay? Now, that could be because we literally just got added to their whole program yesterday. So maybe it'll take some time to actually get those added service integrations because, maybe we weren't using Visa before, but, hopefully down the line that'll actually change to a yes, just so then there's no added benefit to go with CoreServe rather than, Galileo. And now it looks like at the bottom here, other value-added service integration, electronic know your client information, this is the same on both of them, that would be the last piece of information, but it's actually not. Now, if I actually switch my camera and scroll down a little bit, you can see operating countries. Now, let me drum roll here as we're on CoreServe. They are on North America, United States of America to be exact, as the one country that is listed. But if we go over to Galileo and scroll down, what we can see is United States of America, Canada, and Mexico, and then we also have Latin America, where we also have Colombia added to that. So this is by far the biggest attribute that I think, someone would choose Galileo over CoreServe because we offer just so many more services than they do whenever it comes to Canada, Mexico, and Colombia if you're actually a company that wanting to expand. That's the metric that I truly love, and it's going to be a big standout whenever it comes to all the different companies that we're going to be, potentially reaching out to. It's great to see another accomplishment that Galileo has been getting into, especially how much innovation they've been getting into recently. If you haven't seen my latest video, go check that out right there. But make sure you guys like this video and subscribe down below if you want to see more financial content just like this.